Alright, so I'm on Nas right now, Nas100. The date is over here is the 20th of April 2025. It's a Sunday, so obviously market's not open, but I'll do a quick analysis of the market for you, and then we'll see what happens over the week. But yeah, so we'll start off with we can start off with a day. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm just gonna do a quick overview. Well, actually, but yeah, I'm just put this here. It's quite annoying. Yep, never mind. Yes, over here. So as you can see, the market was in an uptrend. And went up there, didn't really break the low, bam bam, and then all of a sudden it came down, start making low lows and low highs. That's because of the tariffs that US put on China and China put on US. So kind of has been on a downtrend lately. Oh well, it started off in. I mean, I wouldn't really count it. I mean, it started from here because it made a high, it made a low, and it made another high. That is another high because if you look at it, the body closed. I usually count the body, not the wick itself. The body closed above the previous high. So it made a high, it made a low, and it made another high, and then it just went on a downtrend since from 200, 200, 200, sorry, point. So yeah, and that's due to tariffs, and that was in on February 20th, I guess. But I mean, you wouldn't count that. I mean, I'd say from here because that was just coming to retest the support level from the 3rd of March. But either way, let me just remove this. How do you remove this? Oh yeah. So as you can see, it's been a bit of a downtrend. So I use ICC analysis technique. It's a technical analysis of the the chart. It makes it's price action. It's just part of price action. It's like retest, but it's not exactly retest because retest kind of look. Let me explain this to you. So this is how retest works. So you're here. So this is, let's say, so this is a resistance, and there's a support there. Resistance, minute, support, resistance. So what I'm trying to explain to you is, let's see, right? So higher high, higher low. We can see it's an uptrend. Higher high, higher low. So it made a new high. It made a new low. It made a new high. So we've retest it. What it basically does is, so let's say you made a new high. Let me just, and you made a new low, and then made a new high. So retest, what it does is it comes down, retests that level, and it might even come all the way down here, and then it just makes a new high. That's the retest, but that's not what I do. What I do is, with the IPC that I use, the technical analysis I use, which is part of price action. It could, let me just do this actually. First of all, it can literally come all the way down here. That is where the previous low was before it made a new high. So this would be a support level, and this is a resistance level. So you can literally come here, play about, and then even come back down here, and then start making new highs. So this will not be a retest. So this is not a retest technical analysis. So that's what retest comes down here, some sort of level here, but it never goes down here. So yeah, so remove this. So we're just gonna start off with. I'm just gonna start with 1 hour. That's what I use really. Sometimes I use 15 minutes, but well, no, it's 15 minutes. It's only good if it's in a good uptrend or downtrend. Like here, 15 minutes good. Look, if I go in 15 minutes, mm, look. So we have boom, new level here. That was during New York session? No, it was, but I would have never taken that, to be honest. It was like too late of a session. towards the end of the session, so I would have never taken that. And then we have another one. Look here, never broke. I might have taken that, to be honest. We've gone 5 minutes. The fuck? I don't think it goes that far, to be honest. Never mind. But yeah, that's on 50 minutes. I mean, look, it's right at the beginning of New York session. So half one. The session starts. It built a resistance, never broke that previous lower high, and just came down. I mean, what you could have done was, look, you could have looked at this and was like, oh, there's a new low, there's a high. It broke the previous low. It went back all the way to correct itself. It never broke the previous high. So as soon as it comes down here, when was this? 3 o'clock. So 2:15. This part 2:30. Yeah, 2:30 come down. It came down, and then as soon as it breaks this level, oh look, you could just sell it from here. I'm not even 100 points. That's a bit too much, of us. Could do over here. Well, you can see on it. You probably see on a 5 minute where he tried to make a new. It came down. There was like a bullish candle here. I think on a 5 minute that probably was trying to make a lower high. So put your stop loss above that, which is about 50, 60 points. And during New York session, it never really, stop loss should never be more than 50, to be honest. And it depends if you're trading on a 4 hour, but that's different. We're not trading 4 hours, 1 hour and 15 minutes. And you can target here. I mean, usually this is what I target, but if that's what I want to target, then what I should have done is, as soon as it breaks this one, at this level, stop. Literally, put stop loss here. If that's what I wanted to target. Technically, that's what you should target anyways. This is where your stop loss should be. That's what he went up to. And then short stop loss on here. 2:1 to 2 ratio, 2.2 ratio. And then just maybe if you look at it on a higher time frame, so it clearly broke the previous lows here. So you just target here. And you just wait for it. Which it did, and it went down to 1/9 ratio. And then, yeah, so that's what I do. I mean, even came down to here,